Okay, I think we're live, hopefully. Find us here. Let's see. A couple of minutes early. There I am. Okay. See if I can get everybody's comments up here. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. If you're just coming in, say hello. If you're a first-time viewer, then especially say hello. Introduce yourself. I'm happy you're here. My name is Chris, and I have Red Wine Wreath Boutique. Hi, Marilyn. Hello, everyone. Okay, so let's give it just a couple of minutes. Last year I did the Scarecrow, and excuse me, and I used the, of course, Unique in the Creek crossboard, and it was very popular. It was very popular, so I wanted to redo it live. So if you're not familiar with my page or you're just joining me, then you would get a chance to see it too. Hi, Sharon. Hi. We, of course, will be using the Unique in the Creek crossboard. I'll be using the 3D daisy pedal for his pants and ruffles for his shirt. Oh, I know, in Missouri it's 101. It's supposed to be 100 here today, so I have the AC going, but I'm still hot. It's hot in this back room. This is the sign that I'm going to be using. I know that Lori was getting them in. I'm not sure if she has yet. Craft Outlet does have them, but when Lori gets them in, I'll be ordering more for sure, because these are very popular. His kerchief comes in various colors, so you can pick and choose what you want to do. The 3D daisy petals, there's only 10 of them, so I highly recommend don't open a brand new roll of mesh. Find that one little bit you had left that has 10 by 10 pieces. That's all you need for the pants. So don't be ordering or anything like that. I went with the dark blue because I wanted my Scarecrow to be wearing jeans. Okay. If you don't get notifications for my videos, type in the new Facebook thing, ! notify, and you'll be notified whenever I go live. So, hi Tina. Tina's busy today. She got plans, but thanks for coming in. Yes, ! notify, and you'll be notified whenever I go live. Also, I do have pinned to this post is my affiliate link for Unique in the Creek. If you click on that link, and it'll take you to Unique in the Creek, use your sign-in, and when you do, you will get 5% off your boards, so you're welcome. And that's about it for all the, oh, and I do use a little bit of raffia. I ordered this on Amazon. I prefer the spool over the clumps that you have to untangle and cuss and go crazy over. So a spool of this will make you a whole bunch. Alrighty, 101 in Missouri though. I'm just like shocked at that. We're this weekend's going to be up to like 105 and such here. So, and I do not handle the heat well. So there's that. All right, if everything looks good, let's get this camera off of me. I'm having a really bad hair day, and I don't really care. I kind of want to just tie it all up on my head, but we're just going to go with it. Maybe I need to order a Unique in the Creek hat to go with my Unique in the Creek shirt. All right, I'm going to lower the camera down, and let's go ahead and get started. There's nothing really difficult about this. There are two variations that I know I posted. One has the 3D daisy pedal, the other has ruffles for the pants. It's you can figure it out. If not, text me or message me and I'll help you out. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free and I'll hopefully answer them as we go. All right, let's get started. How's that? Okay, so I did save a couple of petals of each. Again, you have the heat and smoke from Canada here. Ooh, yuck. Sorry. God, I hope all the Canadians are doing okay. Those fires have been going on for way too long. Okay, so let's make the 3D daisy petal. I believe this is 10.5 inch. About 10.25 maybe. This, I believe this is fabric mesh. None of that matters with this. You can make the 3D daisy with anything. I have used the poly jute for the pants and it looks great. I mean, it doesn't matter. So you have your 10 by 10 curl side up, serged edge, top left, bottom right, you know the drill. Fold this into the middle, okay? This one up to the middle or over. I go over because I want these a little tiny bit thinner for the legs because you want some definition in there that makes it look like, pants or I don't know. You know what I mean. Okay, so you have it like this. Flip it up. Line up those points. I'm not OCD at all, and so, yeah. We just kind of go with it. Pinch in the middle. Pinch here. Pinch there. Just get all those, ends tucked in there. Take your rubber band. Oh my, Ruth, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Stay inside. Does it help if you guys get a air purifier thing or whatever? Ooh. Okay, and then so you have it like this now. So I just grab up here and grab all these little things underneath so I'm kind of all the way through, like this. Take a zip tie. Hi, Michelle. Hey, what's up, girlfriend? Oh, your breast cancer awareness wreath this morning. Oh, you and Jesse are nailing it. Perfect. Love it. Okay, once you get your zip tie on loosely, just slide it up. Okay? And then go ahead and tighten it down. Like that. Take your nippers, cut it off. Okay, and then, you have this, there's your petal, but you have this excess, so go ahead and take that off because it's just going to be in your way. Right? You're welcome. Okay. I'm going to cover up my garbage container here. Hold on. Okay. There we go. All right. So I do have some started. I'll show you how I did the raffia in a minute. We started at the bottom with 2 of the raffia. Again, I'm going to do 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 petals, and that will end his pants, and then we'll do his shirt. Okay? So let's just add some petals. I mean, there's so much you could do with this. I'm envisioning a Santa Claus, done in red and white. I don't know, the gingerbread heads on these would be adorable. I just pinched my finger. Did you see that? Okay. I mean, you could make any type of person type thing. Again, if you want to do the ruffles on the bottom, like in the picture that I showed, just make your ruffles the same. But I'll show you in a minute how I did the ruffles when I used the poly jute. Take these off. In fact, I can show you right now. So in case that's the type you want to make. Okay, so you would have your, again, 10 by 10. Curl side up, top left, bottom right. You're going to do your ruffle where you just kind of overlap it here, smash it down, scrunch it in the middle. And then when you flip it up, if you flip it all the way over, you get, you know, like a one puffy ruffle rather than it being separate. So you can use this as the pants just as well, and then you know you have two. So either way, whatever you choose to do, make it your own. Okay, so let's continue on with this. So we have 2, 4, 6. Texas is really getting some heat too. Oof. Ours is just starting up, which is amazing for California. I'm in California, which is amazing for us because we're usually way into the heat wave at this point, you know. Thanks everyone for coming in. I appreciate it. If you could like my page or share the video or, you know, all the things, I'd appreciate it. Okay, so we need 2 more, and then his pants are done. And, oh, again, I'm only using the designated holes, nothing to the outside. It's just these 2 and these 2. Okay, so nothing special, nothing shared, you know. You could really, you know, switch up some petals with this. I mean, make it your own, right? Make it your own. Or wing it like monkey. Okay, we need to make 1 more with these. Hi Judy, how are you? Okay, 1 more of those. If I'm going too fast or anything, let me know. I'll try to better explain. Over here. Flip it up, scrunch it, band it, take your scissors and cut off the straggler. I did not You're struggling on your creativity, Judy? What? That's wild. It's kind of that weird season right now, though, right? You know, we're all kind of... So you're just going to grab it and grab hold of the center here. A zip tie. So all of that. I did not wood burn this mesh because you don't see the edges at all. So I did wood burn the other, but not that you would really have to. The other is horizontal wide stripe, and it, you know, it's pretty forgiving, so not too bad. Tighten it up, slide it up to the top there, and clip it off. Simple as that. Cut these long ends off. Okay, let's get the last one in for the bottom here. All right. I have got to, hi Dana, how are you? I have got to start remembering to use my needle nose pliers to pull my zip ties because my hands are really starting to... I'm not going to say the word, Phil, O-L-D. Hey, stalker. Okay, so there you have it. His pants are done. Or his legs, or whatever you want to call them. Okay, and then I'll show you real quick, because I only have 1 more of the raffia bundles to make. So let me show you real quick how I did that. I think last year, I don't remember, but I think I did them at 10 inches. You can certainly do them however long you want. I am doing these at 8 inches. So I'm wrapping it 10 times around the measure buddy. Hopefully that was 10. I don't know. Close enough. Just slide it off. Thanks. I'm seeing a lot of new names. I appreciate you all for joining me. My name again is Chris, and I Red Wine Reef Boutique. I would appreciate if you would float my boat. Oh, and then I just take it off, grab it in the middle, fold it in half. I'm going to rubber band that up. And there you have it. I'm not going to cut the ends until I get it in there because that'll be a mess. Okay, so we have that made. Put this away. I have a tendency to lose my measure buddy. Okay. Now, on to the shirt, which is just the basic ruffle. Curl side up. Give it a little fold over, you know, half inch, whatever. Smash it down. Scrunch up the center. Sure, and if you do it, Phyllis, please share or tag me or something. I want to see all of your creations. I just fold it up like this. Again, if you're doing the ruffle for the pants, you want to flip it all the way over like that. For the shirt, I'm just doing the regular ruffle like this. Okay, hope that makes sense. Put a band on it. I already have a bunch of them pre-made, so we can move right along here. There you go. Okay. So let's work on his shirt. Yeah, everybody stay inside if there's any kind of, respiratory warnings or whatever they do, you know. Okay, I'm trying to remember because my fingers are getting sore. Alright, let me grab a few petals here. I have my bag of petals already made. So, I believe I cut, and I think that I'm going to be using about 20. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, 20. I may need to cut a few more because, all right, Dana, take care. I'll see you later. I'm thinking when I attach the head, I remember last year I put some styrofoam behind it to hold it up, but I'm thinking I might just add a few more petals at the top here to hold the sign. So we'll see how that goes, okay? All right, let me get some of these out here. See you later, Dana. Okay, so just moving right along. Always, where your seams are here, put those to the bottom. Okay, this guy's going to be pretty fluffy. You could probably even skip a row, you know, but or not. He's going to have a fluffy shirt. Let me turn this so you guys can see better. How's that? Any questions? Everybody following along okay? Again, just the basic ruffle here. Oh, I have no idea where that went. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for coming in. This guy was a pretty good seller for me last year, so hopefully it will be again this year. And you can, you know, make it your own. You could try different petals. This could be done with the Bean Micro petal. It could be done with, you know, whatever you choose. I mean, make it your own. Make it unique. What color and style of mesh? I chose this, and I don't know the color. I should have saved the label. Sorry. Just because it kind of accents the kerchief in the sign, you know. But and the blue, I don't know. I had a little tiny bit of blue left over. You only need 10 of the 3D daisies, so I went with that. I have done these with poly jute. I have done them with orange and, you know, I don't know. I've done a few. Do whatever color you want. I'm going to put these two that, you know, are the top, or the bottom of his shirt, I should say. It's kind, yes, it's like a robin's egg blue. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Two more going this way. I would appreciate it if you would float my boat. Thank you very much. I'm getting quite a little following, and I appreciate it very much. Hope to be doing more lives. So, don't you think this would be cute as a Santa Claus, though? I want someone to do a Santa Claus. Okay. Now, since we have finished one sleeve in the bottom of his shirt, I'm going to go ahead and add the raffia first over here. I just have two little bundles, again at 8 inches, doubled over. I did use the plaid mesh because, you know, when I think of Scarecrows, you know, you think of the flannel shirt. I did use plaid mesh on one last year. Super cute. It really is. And I just saw on the Unique in the Creek page where she has an awesome new plaid mesh in, and pretty sure I'm going to have to place another order because that would be perfect. You're right. Okay, moving right along. So we have those in. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut them while I can see them. Just cut those loops off, give them that straw effect. Yeah, check out all the new stuff that Lori has. I think she just listed it yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And there's an amazing mesh that would absolutely match this sign perfectly. Of course, she already posted it after I had ordered what I needed. It's always the case, you know. At least for me it is. Take him off. Let's see. Okay. I think we're good there. Continuing on. Me too, Renee, me too. Every time. I guess that's the businesswoman in her, huh? She's so smart. Also, I'm so happy to hear my friend Michelle is now on Etsy with her centers, her fabric centers and such. If you are not familiar, she's Monkey's Creations on Etsy, Monkey's Creation Shop, I believe. And if you're ever looking for those fabric centers, she has a selection like none other. She has some great Christmas ones and Halloween ones coming out too. So go over and favorite or follow her shop for all your fabric center needs. Doesn't take long at all once you've got, you know, your petals, folds, whatever all done. So it can get a little compacted in here. Don't forget, if you go over to Unique in the Creek and you're going to go ahead and order your crossboards, to use my affiliate link. It's pinned in the post. And you will get 5% off your boards. Hello, Sandra. Thanks for coming in. Okay, I have one petal way over here. Excuse me a minute. Oh, there we go. I almost had to go back and watch my last year's live on this to remember how I did it, which was sad. But you have to go back and watch your own live, you know. Here. I did not put the zip ties in the center because I wasn't sure how exactly I was going to do it. But we'll figure that out here shortly. Oh, first time viewer, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. My name's Chris. Nice to meet you. Okay, so the center, I do believe I opted to point the petals downward toward his legs because of course this petal is going to cover that one, and I think the sign, yes, the sign will cover the nub of this one, so we should be good there. Probably leave this open for a minute because again it's pretty compacted in here. Right, Renee? Oh, I know. Right there with you. Have you ever thought, like, I keep telling myself I'm going to start taking pictures of the back of my boards whenever I do a project so that I remember what the heck I was doing, you know? I am making the Scarecrow, yes. Yes, I am. Right. Yeah, best to leave these two open instead of closing them because again it is pretty compact up in here. So okay. Now herein lies the decision, because again, like I said last year, I think I put a piece of styrofoam here to hold the head up. Thank you, Paula. Thanks. But I think, and I also attached 2 cable mounts. I wasn't sure how I was going to attach this, so I think I'm going to go ahead and run 1 row of ruffles up here to hold the head rather than the piece of styrofoam, because the styrofoam just, I don't know, it just kind of annoyed me a little bit. So let me see how many I have here. And hold on while I think. I just need like 2. Let's just do it, right? Just do it. I think I'm going to skip this hole. It doesn't really need to be that. Thank you, Paula. Wow. I appreciate that. I'm a little quirky, and I know that, but I'm okay with that. But I appreciate that very much. Okay, so I'm going to skip one set of holes under the sign the opposite way, like going up. What difference will that make? I don't want them to stick out from under the sign though. Let me just try this. And if you figure out a different way, Judy, let me know. See, I want them in the center here, just going up the center so that they're not sticking out from under the sign, if that makes sense. So, let's see here. I'm just going to go right here. Let's see. I know how to do it regular, I don't know. I have these made, so let's give this a try. If it doesn't work, we'll know, won't we? Curl. Why would I want to curl though? The only reason I'm putting it here at all is to hold the sign up. I don't want it to show it all for sure. Do you understand what I'm saying? So trust the process here. Where am I designing from? From Stockton, California. Yeah, Red Wine Wreath Boutique. Curl vertically underside. Oh, Nancy. Nancy. I can't with all that. Okay, let's just see if this works. If it doesn't, then you all have free reign to give it your best go. How's that? Okay. So hopefully this gives it enough stability. Cut this end off before it makes me crazy. Okay. Pipe cleaners, let's see. So, how high up do we want this? I think this is going to work, you guys. I don't think I want it too high up. I don't know. Let me see here. If I put it here, is that too far down on his shoulders? Or, let's see. Can you see? Let me think. Let me think. Okay, I'm thinking about right here. So, definitely can see the definition of his shoulders. Okay, I'm going to go with right here, Mr. No Neck, right? Hey, he's a scarecrow. Okay, I think I'm only going to have to use the bottom one here. It would be kind of nice to attach both, but, and I did use E6000. I'm hoping that it's already set, so I don't want to tighten him too tight yet. I'm sorry. I should have thought this through more before I even, but hey, you know how it goes. If I do it about right there, I could use both zip ties then. I mean both cable mounts. I'm going to try it. Thanks, Renee. Thank you. I know the comments were scrolling by kind of quick, so if I missed any questions, I apologize. I'll try to go back through when I'm done thinking this all through. So if I do like this, let me get my little handy dandy needle, so I'm not digging for pipe cleaner holes. Okay. Let's see. Now I need a sip of my beverage. Hold on. All this thinking makes my throat hurt. All right. Here we go. If you don't have one of these little needles, I know Lori is selling them now at Unique in the Creek. They're a must-have, I tell you. Okay, so I'm thinking that one and that one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add this, and then I'll show you after where I put the zip tie. I mean the pipe cleaners. How easy was that? See, one, boom, done. Do it again. I definitely like this idea better than the styrofoam underneath, for sure. For sure. Okay, got a hold of those two. Okay, let me just lightly give that a twist, not too tight. And then let's go right up here. And these two should be easy. I'm sorry, I'm not really giving you much visual here on what I'm doing, but it's awkward. Just awkward, that's all. I'll show you in a second. Or maybe you can see now. Definitely need to be a little tighter. I'm going to wait one more day though and make sure the E6000 has set up. And I can't stand it. I have to pull it tighter. So I ended up securing him to the top two, and then the third row down. So I skipped a row and then did it again. The only thing I'm missing, and it's kind of sad, was last year I had ordered a couple of crows, and they're super cheap on Amazon, you know, and you can put a crow on his shoulder. And I ordered mine and I have not received them yet. So, all right, I think that he is done. And let me raise this camera up so I can share it with you. Okay. So what do you think? There he is. Pretty cute, huh? You've got his feet. You can do the raffia definitely a little bit longer. I think last year I did 10 inches. This time I did 8. You know. You could add, definitely get a crow or a bird to sit over here on his shoulder. It looks adorable, adorable. I'll probably add one later before I sell it. So, any questions? There you go. There's the infamous Scarecrow from last year. They're so cute. What do you think? Oh, thanks, you guys. I'm happy that I could do it with you guys and share it again, because it was so much fun last year seeing everyone else's. I enjoyed that immensely. That's the reason I do lives, is to share, you know, and then I get to see someone else and what technique they used, or what pedal or fold they used, you know. The sign, okay, the sign this one came from Craft Outlet. I know that Lori has ordered them as well. I'm not sure if they're on her website yet at Unique in the Creek, but Craft Outlet does have them now, so if you're in a hurry. But I'll be getting some more from Lori as soon as she gets hers in. Of course, again, if you need the boards, use my affiliate link, please. I would appreciate it, and you'll get 5% off the boards. I think that's all I've got. So if you are not already, please follow my page. I appreciate you all. I'm highly enjoying doing the lives and sharing with you all, and hopefully you learned a little something from me. I'll definitely tighten this sign up just a little bit more once I know that the glue has set. So, all right, that's all I've got. So I have a couple of other things in mind coming up. I'll try to post them as events. So if you're, again, you can comment !notify, and you'll be notified whenever I do go live. So I got some of the cutest dog signs in from Etsy, and I wanted to, I'll probably do those live as well. So, all right, everyone. Again, thank you very much. Have an awesome rest of the day and this weekend. Enjoy and be safe, and always be kind to each other. All right, take good care. Bye.